Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Fighter Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece. Attack list.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Missile away. Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
3 strikes in the sky. Too bad for those guys.
Cyclops 2 missile fired at you!
Forward! Keep your foot on the gas! Careful! The reconstructed ships make these waters shallow.
Strider 1, target acquired. In gun range.
Flank! Breaking away! Disable them. They'll crash on their own.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
What's your 6? Shake him off!
Hostile lockout, you Strider 1.
Enemy is firing!
Bandit behind you, caution.
I'm hit! The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. It's gonna be covered in the spot. Fox 2. Almost knows how to do it. I can see the top pushing our favor. Leave down. Still in the flank. Lock on! Lock on!
This one's mine.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Locked on.
Enemy got away. Hold on just a little longer. Our plan will be a success.
Well done.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner!
On to 6. They have a lock on you. Shake them. Bandit is hit.
Bandit behind you, caution.
Missile fired. Evading. I'm spiked. Evading.
Conditions keep changing. This battle's ugly.
The park's wide open. There's nowhere to hide. Fox 2.
Anti-ship missile fired. Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support.
Viking, can't get away from the flock.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you. Fox 2.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSB is really something.
Enemy on your rear.
You know how many taken out? fast.
Vehicle
Where's
eliminated.
Green Strike?
I've got you.
Roger. The park will be secured. Clear the way.
I understand. HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
Locked on bandit.
Anti-ship missile fired. Strider 1, locked on target. Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is control. Strider 1, this is control.
Target acquired.
Locked on, this one's a goner. These guys just won't give up.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Push it.
Roger.
Green Strike is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
Missile, evade!
See a crab with 3 strikes. Let me know.
Acquired.
We need to reform our ranks.
Missile confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances. Everyone's requesting backup. It'll take forever to get here.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Strider 1, anti-ship missile away.
Missile launched. Evade! Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose? 3 strikes back.
Target acquired.
What do you mean retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Strider 1 was shot down. Our troops have engaged the Farbanti reconstruction part, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support. Strider 1, the return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Ah, it's real funny.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Strider 1, tank destroyed. Vehicle eliminated.
Locked on bandit. You're mine.
Target acquired.
Half the enemy's already down. Now our efforts can really something.
What are you waiting for? Keep an eye on your rear.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Evade that missile.
Target is hit. Chaffin flares are running low.
Roger. Mark will be secured. You'll see a big shot clear the way.
You've got a radar lock on you.
If you let them through, we're as good as dead. Target locked.
Enemy vessels, fire!
Mark 2. This is Scrum 6. Locked on bandit.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Time for a quick hit and run.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
The enemy numbers are staggering.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control.
Time for a quick hit and run.
Locked on bandit.
Strider 1, anti-ship missile launched.
Special delivery.
The enemy doesn't want us to establish a base here. That's why they fear our presence.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Lucian. Roger.
Target acquired. Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves.
The enemy's up to our right. Fire! Fire!
Strider 1, missile.
Three strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side. The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan.
They're after me. I need cover.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
Locked on bandit.
Lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Strider 3, missile, missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, locked on target.
Everyone's requesting backup. I'll take forever to get here.
trying to stop our advance. It's gonna be tougher than we thought.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait. Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Damn it, 3 sharks is back.
Switch your ECM stack and move. We need to take out those missiles.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
We're evenly matched. You'll be dry.
Fox 2.
You're almost out of special weaponry.
What do you mean we're straight? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Chaffin flags deployed. Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Don't let them any
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Anti-ship missile fired. Vehicle eliminated.
Hang in there. 3 strikes will be here soon.
That area's all yours, Strider. Back on me, Squadron Park.
I need to get away. Thinking. Break. Do it. Still in the fight. Bandit in my sight. My God.
Why didn't that hit? Fox 2!
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
The enemy ranks are crumbling. Attack the right flank. This is our chance.
Breaking. Enemy has a lock.
Fox 2.
Missile!
I'm trying to break.
Heads up. Enemy on your 6.
Locked on.
We must show a resolve.
There's a crack in the enemy's defenses. Let our troops there at once. This could allow us to put up a fight.
Enemy missile detected.
They're after you, Strider 1. I've been spiked.
Friendly has been shot down.
Target acquired. Strider 1, missile away.
On my enemy tail.
I've got you. Watch that bandit.
Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here.
This is the story. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Break. Target acquired.
Pay attention. Break.
They evaded it.
Target is hit.
They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge.
How come we're the only ones losing takes up there? Where is our air support? The tide of the entire battle changed once that plane showed up.
Careful. The ruins and sunken ships make these waters shallow.
5 minutes remaining. Forces
down that
are moving out to
barricade.
resupply.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Show them how OCF fights in battle. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for range. Coordinates 2294-5002. Targeted enemy MBT formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round.
Target in gun range.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracket complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Smooth firing here. Action 2870. Elevation 237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Strider 1, missile launched.
The missile doctor or ETM. Shoot it. I don't like the look of things. Don't let them through. And impact. Tucker 2-4. No easy on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Trigger, I'm on my way to join you. Our boys on the ground can finish up here.
Understood.
Understood. Broadcaster, I meet up with Strider.
Roger.
We're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground. Target has been destroyed.
Broadcaster, this is Base 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Thanks, SOA-Artanis. We'll take it from here.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Now open this guy up.
3 minutes remaining. We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger, it's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good. Trigger! Enemy
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest.
This is Base 1. Ravanti reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes. Give them away.
SAM site destroyed.
Box 2. I have a lock on you. Shake him! Come on to stand its ass.
Powerful AA defenses in the AO. Coordinates visual wave. No unsealing is protecting the possessions at 3 strikes. Stay under and we'll survive.
Pay attention! Break!
Target acquired.
Enemy's got a lock! Target locked. Dodge that missile. Caution! Enemy has a lock! Battle conditions are changing constantly. I don't like it one bit. Come on to stand its ass. We must take advantage of this opening!
Strider 1, target destroyed.
I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go.
1 minute remaining.
They have a lock on me. Psych on sport. Enemy attacking from behind.
Strider 1, missile launched. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
30 seconds remaining.
Missile closing! It's a big maze.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this.
Also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys, because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile. Missile.
You're mine. Here he comes to fight. Still down. Shaking bandit.
Good ship is up. There's a fighter coming back around.
Missile.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Missile. Missile.
Box 2.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on. Suit 5 is hit. Sorry, I gotta bail out.
You sure it is human?
Pilots, don't let yourselves be distracted by focusing on the leader.
Mr. X is eating through Overseer's forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Shaking bandit.
Missile.
Strider 1, box 2.
Missile.
Attack this!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Don't get too far ahead.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
Looks like they're on our tail.
Locked on!
Bandit fire missile.
Missile.
Box 2. Box 2.
Missile.
Shaking bandit. Dodge that missile.
Ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed.
Missile inbound, missile inbound.
What's with the unskills?
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Cyclops 3, watch your ass.
Not bad. They're as good as Wood says. Although their teamwork is somewhat lacking.
Box 2. This is Cyclops 3. Flip ahead. I gotta eject.
Take them out one by one. Cyclops 3 is trailed out safe. Don't worry. He's gonna make it. Shaking bandit. Listen, Trigger. Real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home.
Locked on bandit.
I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Alright, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire.
Watch your
Wait
tail.
for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Missile. Missile.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Missile.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide. I need cover.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more.
entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Missile.
Bad pilot. Wiseman, missile closing!
Missile, keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here.
Missile.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead.
Wiseman! Shit!
Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
To me is yours.
Possible. Do it. Ah, damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
We'll go count.
Commander's taking fire.
It's fine. Have a little faith.
Missile. Missile.
Missile away.
Cyclops 2, Box 2.
Missile. Missile.
Damn. I want to go to Trigger's aid, but I can't keep up.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile evaded.
Gotcha, pal.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Missile. Missile.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies.
Missile.
Trigger's our only hope.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Good lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
Shit. This guy's too tough.
I don't think I can take him on.
Missile.
Strutter 1, missile launched. Target hit.
Gotcha, pal.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
These guys are way out of the league. I can't even get in close to them.
Missile. Missile.
Behind the enemy.
Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Damn, I can't seem to find an opening. I'm hit!
He's down. Continue the operation. Bring down Mr. X.
Missile.
See where your plane is headed. Eject. Heavy. Good luck. You're holding your own out.
Watch your remaining missiles. Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My
Damn
heart's
it.
glitching out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Target destroyed.
Caution.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Missile.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. ID'd as Ocean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Nice work, Leo. Tim. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, target destroyed.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
My engine's been hit. Where did it come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly. No, the attack was an unintentional mistake.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
You've entered the clouds.
We're not ruling our ideals. What point is there in living? It's best that you leave this country. Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaBarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Strider 1, locked on target.
Trigger has destroyed the target. There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot before the communication networks come back online.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Target hit.
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, the General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes a traitor, Lepard. This is why this is nearest. They really don't want the war to end, do they? Lepar's in that vehicle!
They've been set up in all the right places.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Strider 1, enemy ship sunk. Target eliminated.
You guys are open to trial the war, leading our country even further into ruin. We can't debate, look! Fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once. We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Gruner Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. To those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is a helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Agents.
What are you thinking?
Artanis, go down. Strider 1, nice work.
Scratches on the tail mean that it's part of the penal unit. All rebels must be taken down.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're Mayframe or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Experimental squadron, did you forget?
Fire on that vehicle!
Hang on. The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped. Anti-aircraft guns destroyed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Further motions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
Ammunition 0.
Target has been destroyed!
0.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker.
This is landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster. Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. Coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe? General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch out for future people from the high heavens. We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
Missile.
That was something.
This fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
You heard the call.
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. That's what it takes. Nice and secure.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire insights among Ocean forces.
Hostile tanks are keeping the armored formation at Anchor Bay from protecting the VIP. Can you clear them out for us?
No problem.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit.
Missile. Missile.
There's more to Belgian technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harvey and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belgian technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You talk politics? That's new.
Missile.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
On a moment's notice.
March 2!
We're the only ones here on our side.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Target is down.
Taking fire from a friendly drone.
Missile.
Attempting to break into the lock.
Missile. Missile.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
It's ID'd as Erusian.
Fire for the next half hour.
Missile.
Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
Missile.
How'd you last long, Caster? If it breaks, then we're here to help.
Target is eliminated.
Strider 1, lock on target.
We're under attack. Hurry up and do something.
Tank is destroyed. Missile away. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Critical escort objective destroyed. Mission failed. Abort mission.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for a better time. Nice.
attacking the radicals.
Missile.
Maybe we should join up with them if it means getting rid of those assholes faster.
The drones aren't receiving my orders.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Our squadron serves General Lamont, and we're acting based on our patriotic duty.
Missile.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
How'd you last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help. Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous, with the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe most improved productions will make up for losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Who's the friendly?
Strider 1 is into the clouds.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusia News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane. Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait,
Unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Those guys are good. I managed to catch a glimpse of 3 strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Fine. Strider 1, target eliminated. Bandit destroyed. Well done. No good. Shit.
They're in my way.
Target acquired. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't aboard the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Shoot, that's behind this.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Now, the escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies.
Enemy on your back.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Locked on.
Behind the enemy.
Missile. Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Missile.
Damn it. We don't have the drive they need. It's not enough to be fully functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
Enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
They are after data, aren't they?
4 bandits left. 3 bandits to go.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got. Whistle away. One bandit to go. Target acquired.
Missile.
Missile evaded.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see.
Another story to tell my boy. Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send... No, I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknown?
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our... Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. So Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness.
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. If what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Even my
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
They're under attack!
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
Shit. We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Do me a favor, Lancaster. Our support is here. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Don't stop!
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
You're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mesh driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Right now. There's more over here. The bodies of the civilians. One part of the fight. That, we're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here. I really don't want to think about it. Erusian bastard. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence. I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes.
Strider 1,
And then say they want to kill the Cloudless area. Did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Enemy on this bay until Operation Feeding Time. Pull them away from the last driver.
Target destroyed.
Get the enemy's position! Good job! The artillery fire sent a number on my hearing! I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in the Delta. The Erusian ground forces show no sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
The rebels are here. Let the first one go by and detonate us the second.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in a tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Operation is crazy. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
The last vehicle you destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! to less than half our vehicles. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring all the injured.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Push him back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Missile.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. Missile away. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Get the wounded out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
Target destroyed.
Enemy on your back.
You hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
Missile. Missile.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run! The enemy will shoot us in the back!
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
ID complete.
Missile.
Do the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown. There's still one arsenal left. They can do it for the bomb. Anyone see a life fighting chance? It's a rhythm when you lose cover to track the supply ships.
Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Missile.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood. Strider 1, target eliminated.
Missile.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there. Commence operation no return! These are on good. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
Missile. Missile.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Missile.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all. Trigger, boss, get over here quick!
Don't aim. We're doing strategic bombing. Ram 7 locked on target.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Heads up. These reinforcements are elite. Destroy the main driver completely. We're signaling our break with Delta.
I've been spiked.
Fox 2.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. Go for launch.
Target locked.
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Bounty Bounty. Launch control. Roger that.
Missile. Missile.
Ram 8, behind my target.
Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Target is in machine gun range.
Missile. Missile.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. Intercept those bombers. Target acquired.
Graham 7, I'm behind my target. Careful, those guys are coming. This is Graham 7, evading enemy missiles. I iced up. My plane is heavy. I'm out of the fight. Failing.
I'm behind my target. Strider 3 launching missile.
Target hit.
Enemy on your back.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Help me! Gather all the wounded together.
3 strikes in the sky. They say if you see them, you're a goner.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Don't let anyone other than a Rusian airspace get into the base.
Strider 1, missile launched. Target acquired.
We can just defend the mass driver today. Our army can turn this thing around.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Hey you, dumbass with a scratch on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. Share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I'm thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
Use the smoke canister. It's who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep, not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target acquired. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I can even do anything with that scrap.
Missile. Missile 0. Missile.
Hurry! Get moving!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
They're not refugees. They're criminals.
Roger that. Make them stop singing!
Damn it.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I can even do anything with that scrap. That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away. Try to follow after the supply ships. Stick close to Trigger.
Target hit.
I'm usually pretty good at playing tag, but these guys have a head start.
90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
Missile. Missile.
60 seconds remain.
Faster than I expected.
Missile.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Missile.
We've recalculated the remaining time.
Missile.
60 seconds remain. That's a confirmed direct hit by the missile. Keep it up. Bring down those supply ships. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
This is Tango.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress.
Can't say I blame him.
Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think you took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Farbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. While we can't use all our aircraft to attack, the transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe.
Strider 1.
Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are 4 vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
They're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again. Don't stop the car. It'll make us an easier target.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Boslage, which neighbor Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I need to get away. Breaking!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Perfect. Strider 1 destroyed target.
Strider 1, missile launched.
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Breaking from enemy!
Missile.
Entering cloud cover.
Missile.
Breaking! Breaking!
Pull up.
Strider 1, target
They're bombing us!
eliminated.
We're unable to use the SAMs! Help me!
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
We don't have enough AA weapons.
Missile.
Target is down.
They have more aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles! Hit them with the
Coming up on the castle.
Down.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
Shit. I feel like we're close to burglars.
Target acquired.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I
Strider
know.
1, target destroyed.
That's Shalaji Casino.
Missile.
They're here already. Paid order to do our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Sure.
Missile.
Stand us out! We're running out of ways to strike back! Shit! We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us!
Ammunition 0.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Missile.
We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let us have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
Missile.
Vehicle
Missile.
confirmed destroyed. Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile fired. Evading. That only scratched me up. Continuing with combat.
Missile.
New
Missile.
hostiles. All aircraft
Missile.
confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Everything's on fire!
Target locked.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Punch 2.
Ammunition 0.
Enemy on your back.
Why aren't Quinn and the others airborne?
Locked on.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Hostile
Missile.
AA destroyed! We're sitting ducks!
Missile.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there. Tomorrow is out for restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalashi airspace. Turn around and we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Farbanti.
You bastard!
You defile this country.
Missile.
As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Missile.
Locked on.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
These guys are pretty accomplished fighter pilots.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
These guys are just as responsible for Wiseman.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I'm on his rear.
Missile. Missile.
Vito and I will take care of that. Understood it.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on bandit.
Missile. Missile.
What the hell do you know about Wiseman?
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
He should have left just like we told him to.
Strider 2, Fox 2. Target locked. Breaking off. Strider 1, target eliminated. Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Soul Squadron.
Missile.
Snowbird's leader to King.
Missile.
Target was not struck.
I'm on my target's tail.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Let's finish him before King gets here.
Target acquired.
I'm out. Ejecting. I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. Let's bring him next to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
Wilco. Righto. Locked on bandit.
We just need to buy ourselves some time.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Roll's been hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time. As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, we have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky. We can still help you.
Missile.
Don't waste your life.
Missile.
Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, we must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person.
Missile.
Yai.
Missile.
Muscle Squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. Rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. We'll go. Might just cost us our lives.
Unidentified aircraft, land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of your pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow him to pieces. Enemy on your back.
Caution. Pull up. Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Firing again. Bad news. Its accuracy is increasing with each shot. Take him down as quickly as possible.
Cooldown complete.
Not bad. This weapon is not enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've felled every last one of them.
Target acquired.
Missile.
You're still not fast enough.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Mr. X is ascending rapidly.
This is went straight for the sun, not a casual move. These movements, I knew it. Mr. X looks like the drone I saw in Bucharest.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger is splash the bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
No Osean forces are in the region.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the XO-2 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkin, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusea? My grandfather had only one wish, to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusea after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder... which path you would choose. When looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers powerful energy sources, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusea have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air and the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. But take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
It certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island. The 444 Squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that arsenal bird.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
need help. Don't let him damage more. Show him what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of.
Thanks. I owe you.
No sweat.
Get into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison.
Roger. Roger, dude, speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the Coalition as well.
This is Gold Squadron and Rifle Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Sol-2. Republic of Voslage are also moving to rendezvous. There's only one squadron, though.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
They have manned aircraft with UAVs in slave mode.
All this just to keep the war going.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Three strikes is on our side? That's been done here in a long time. Again, three strikes? Never again. Better one. Enemy have the lock. Focus on the drone. They're easier to pick out.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important who I... No, who we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
You never need to worry about running out of pilots.
The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down.
I thought as much. Drones without leaders are slow as hell. The biggest flaw in their slave mode.
Drone leadership right verified. It's not a war between nations anymore. It's a struggle between militias. It costs us a lot.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Flush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked up signal in order to reach out to you.
It's a rebellion. It's a battle for independence. Put down the Arsenal Bird and free the free country.
Some coalition this has turned out to be, huh? They'll keep talking big once the war is over, too. You can bet on it. We need something or someone to guide us.
Missile away.
Target that stray UAV. Take it down now.
With the communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real-life princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes.
It's safe over here. You're taking away all the guns.
Yes! Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid?
All right, understood.
Pick up the gun. Pulling the trigger is our path to a new future.
I'm taking fire. Still flight capable.
Target is in machine gun range.
Rely on machines for everything. We must protect our own lives.
Hostile has a lock.
Brought help.
We've got no choice but to rely on these things.
Our princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. The sky is unreal. Cosette, let's go. Yes!
Warning. Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Broadcaster, do we have more incoming?
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system. You've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit, airburst type. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
Don't fly so close together. Tails been shot. I'm bailing out.
Chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was gonna do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
Good luck with that. It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound. Fox 2, 30 seconds remaining.
The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal.
You're mine.
Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack of the Arsenal bird.
Incoming.
5, 4.
Everybody, give this attack everything you've got.
Open fire!
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal bird.
Lasers!
This is the third. It's second marker. Sunk. We can't drain it. Evacuate! Flash is starting. Heavily damaged by laser weapons. Reports of captured aircraft controller melting. Signal blast! More lifeboats!
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal burn.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Your plane will ice up if you stay in there too long.
Missile.
Enemies got a lock. Look at that light from the arsenal bird.
Missile. Missile.
It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal bird.
That's close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Get to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Add water to the
They hit our radar room here.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft. Separately engage in direct attack.
Strider 1's down.
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal bird.
Lasers!
This is the third. It's second marker. Sunk. We can't drain it. Evacuate! Flash is starting. Heavily damaged by laser weapons. Reports of captured aircraft controller melting. Signal blast! Deploy lifeboats!
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal burn.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fist!
Look at that light from the arsenal bird.
Missile inbound! Evade! Enemy aiming for you, Strider 1!
It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal bird.
That's close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Behind me?
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Add water to the opposite
They hit our radar room here.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft. Separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal bird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies that's hit. Get it on a friendly's tail!
It's readying its APS.
Damn it. I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
I
all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Damn shield, just go away. Be gone. Disappear.
Gone cuckoo count?
Away with you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Look.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Just what kind of magic did you work there, you asshole?
It wasn't magic. It's a scam. Now's our chance. Do it, Trigger.
The lights. It's switched to the backup power supply. That means the main supply's been cut off.
This is the observation center.
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're out.
Drones are acting crazy. Have you seen this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Some propeller confirmed destroyed.
Huddle out to Strider 1. Drake 1, you're too close to Strider 1. Get out of the way.
Strider 1 has destroyed a sub-propeller.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
Missile. Missile.
Remember, our target is the orbital bird. I feel like I'm swimming in the ocean alongside a whale.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
Missile.
If you die, who will look after your family?
Missile. Missile.
Too close and close to each other. We can't give up.
Trigger got a sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
Missile.
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing?
Who's down to destroying the Artanis base?
Say what?
We destroy the docking modules, deploying it, break off of the arsenal bird. That'll leave the Artanis base vulnerable. Light it on fire and we can cook that bird whole. Theoretically, that may prove impossible even for an experienced pilot. There will be a problem, Whit.
Missile.
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this.
Is he really that good of a pilot? I bet on it. Besides, if he thought it was impossible, he wouldn't have said anything.
Watch out! The drones are falling! The refugees. Everyone calm down. You want to get yourselves killed? George! Tabloid! Get back here! I can't leave my girl to die. Fine, fine! Get her, but be quick about it!
Is everything okay? The drones are acting odd.
Run! Run! Careful!
One docking module destroyed.
Missile.
Great work!
Strider 1, I knew you could do it. Move on and destroy the rest.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Is everything okay?
Cosette, some people were crushed. The kid Tabloid went after a safe. He ran that distance with a girl in his hand.
Good. What about Tabloid? Is he safe?
George and the girl were saved. They were saved.
Don't let the UAVs distract you. Arsenal bird is our priority.
Docking module destroyed. That's 2 of them. On its back.
Don't let yourself be distracted. Just focus on what you need to do.
This is you two. Locked on enemy.
Strider 3 launching missile.
one crashed.
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're out!
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Throttle free sight. The Erusian pilots should know better than anybody that that's the right call. Look at those crazy moves. Those engines swing tracks.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed. Main propeller 1 confirmed stalled. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack. Both main propellers have been stalled.
Let's try the one handling. Try not to get his way. We've got a hostile material.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
How about the Strider 1? Drake 1, you're too close to Strider 1. Get out of the way. God, he's cooler than your family.
Trigger got a sub-propeller.
Strider 1 crashed.
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stalled. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack. Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
I feel like I'm sitting in the ocean alongside a whale.
Keep the UAVs company.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
Ground forces effort to see what's something. We have to take down the target by speed.
That thing is too huge. Don't let its sheer size freak you out. Trigger got a sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger. The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing?
Wheels down to destroying the antenna's base.
Say what?
If we destroy the docking modules, the supply unit will break off from the arsenal grid. That'll leave the antenna base vulnerable. Light it on fire and we can cook that bird whole. Trigger, leave these theoretically. That may prove impossible even for an experienced pilot. That would be a problem, but...
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this.
If you really that good of a pilot, I'd bet on it. Besides, if that was impossible, he wouldn't have said anything.
Watch out! The drones are falling! Refugees. Everyone calm down. You want to get yourself killed? George! Tabloid! Get back here!
I can't leave that girl to die.
Fine, fine! Get her, but be quick about it!
Is everything okay? The drones are acting odd.
Run! Run! Careful!
Docking module destroyed. That's 2 of them.
Don't let yourself be distracted. Just focus on what you need to do.
What about Tabloid?
Missile.
Is he safe?
Missile.
Charging the goal, we're saved.
Missile.
We're saved. Both of them.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
All targets have been destroyed. The supply unit is ready to fall off.
Yeah! Enemy on your job.
You should be able to see the rectangle where the supply unit was. Destroy that, and even the mighty Arsenal Bird is sure to feel it.
Leave it to Trigger.
Strider 1. Clear a path for Strider 1.
Rectangle base unit confirmed destroyed.
Lancaster. Oh my god. The Arsenal Bird is on fire.
Trigger, break off. Arsenal Bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal Bird is down.
Lancaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry, looks like it'll be open water. All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Everyone, can you see this? These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here. Can you see this? This is just one of the many sides of war and what it does.
All Erusian soldiers around the space elevator. Surrender now. We will not attack. We can hold them off until support arrives. Our units surrender. You guys better not throw away your lives either.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down.
Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down.
What?
Warning, incoming bogey.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory?
I'm coming down. I'll see you on the ground.
No, wait!
Enemy on my 6! Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something!
Strider 2, missile inbound! Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that!
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way. Get the refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer, though.
There's an Osean carrier a few kilometers to the west. It ran aground and was abandoned. It won't be easy, but it's the only place you got.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do.
Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down. 3,000 meters to carrier. You're too fast. Lower your speed. You're on course. Looking good, buddy. 1,500 meters to carrier. Abort landing! You're gonna crash! Trigger, can you hear me? Well, if it isn't the LRS's...
La 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 la
can't just snap my fingers and make a plane. Believe me, I wish I could. Right now, we needed one. Bad. When we were coming over on the boat, I remember seeing an aircraft carrier. That gave me an idea. The Admiral Anderson. The name of an old sailor. When the first drone started attacking, the ship wasn't ready for battle yet. It was still in the dock, getting all rigged up. So they rushed to get her ready. I know about Anderson. In the previous Osean War, he was the commander of a ship that sent out the last fleet of jets. They say the deck was sloping so bad as it sank, the last plane barely made it off. Those fighters ended the war. That story gives me a little bit of hope, especially at a time like this. We're all in the same boat, like it or not. If this war keeps going on like it is, it'll be the end of everything. The military loaded this thing to the rafters with planes. Some were fighters that were going to be delivered to bases in occupied territory. It was hit before it could complete the mission. Jackpot. The hangars were loaded with goodies. This Scrap Queen's got work to do.
Trigger, everyone, listen up. The operation was a success. Erusian defense forces have been neutralized, and all Arsenal birds are down. However, those 2 new drones buzzing around have royally screwed up our plans. The Osean and Erusian coalition's air forces are in a sorry state thanks to them. We might not even have any viable aircraft left. According to the Scrap Queen, the drones are trying to use the space elevator's transmission capabilities to send their data to drone manufacturing plants across the continent. They're trying to strengthen their numbers. What's worse, their data contains a depth of war experience, so the newer aircraft will be more tactically effective. If that's the case, this war will never end. We need to take both drones down no matter what it takes. We'll do it so we have homes to go back to. Well, the Scrap Queen's on our side. She says she can make any aircraft fly. This is our final mission. Trigger, let's go. We've got a goddamn war to end.
Strider Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
This? Hey, can you hear me? That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky. Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know what you saw.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you.
A dinged-up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down. I feel for him now.
Take care. Whatever happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him. So, this is the guy? Oh yeah. He's the one who took off just now.
Got quite a few Erusians with us.
Oseans are sticking around, too. I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow Trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Roger.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of wide-area data transmission. Drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Go later to Longcast. UAVs confirmed in direction of travel. AP's abandoned.
All aircraft report to Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Ocean.
Welcome.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now.
Go through, get out of there! This is Gold 2! I'm hit!
Salamander 3, Skull 2, lost.
I've never seen anyone fly this fast. Provide support.
Friendly lost. Another confirmed down.
Damn it!
Missile hit on UAV. Outstanding work, Trigger.
You've proved it. Don't stop now. The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their nose is pointing.
Human unit, just like BI. They're like complete copies of BI. We've received some serious upgrades. Seymour, we'll separate you, get a unit.
Rival 2, do not try to follow the zone. Take what Strider from the place.
Got this one down to my sights.
Flex 2.
Bandit sighted.
How did you get back here?
Stay calm. Avoid threats of fire.
Ignore the IFF. There are only 2 enemy aircraft.
Trigger, enemy closing on your 6.
Missed. This is bad. I'm gonna be an easy target.
All right, everyone. Regroup quickly while Trigger draws the drones away.
Friendly lost. Salamander. Michael 2 has been shot down. We lost another one.
Another hit. He's the only one getting anywhere out here.
Target hit. Target hit. Enemies confirmed. Those suckers are tough. There we go. One down. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
There's an enemy in flag smoke. Bill away from it. I saw it myself. 3 strikes is a real deal. 1 plane left.
Sol 2, evade! Evade!
detected from UAV. They're small drones.
These guys have quite the bag of tricks.
Crap, I can't break this lock. If Trigger can shoot him down, that means we can. Enemy hit. Strider 1 got him. You're kidding. They're shooting down missiles with their lasers. Just how are we supposed to bring it down? Using an aces will give us the way through the enemy. Keep your eyes peeled.
One small drone is down. Strider 1 got it.
Attack this.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace. Look, it discarded its wings. What the? It's just like the UAV that Trigger shot down at full code arrest. Is that the prototype that Wiseman was talking about?
We're on our way back. We are 70 permission to be asteroid zone.
Enemy's got a lock. Breaking.
One target left. We can do this. Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or is that thing trying to read Trigger's reactions?
It's observing Strider 1. It's like it's trying to learn from him.
Sending from low altitude to evade missiles.
No special weaponry remaining.
Locked on Bandit. Trigger, enemy has a lock on you.
The UAV is stepping up a notch. Direct hit. Strider 1 missile.
UAV is down. Radar signal is lost.
Our top A, showing us how it's done.
That was definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. Can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator is just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you've prevented data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
Who the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
The UAV went into the undersea tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator.
Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
Caution.
on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data. You need to destroy it as fast as you can.
There it is. UAV spotted. We finally found it. I heard some static when the gate closed. Do you think the UAV is operating the gates? Well, there goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off after making it through that maze. Don't worry. I'll think of something. I'll find us a way out. They're waiting for you outside. I'm not gonna let you drop here. No sign of the drone. Did it take another path? Doesn't matter. We know where it's going. We can catch it. To wait until I have less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine. We're waiting for that beacon of light.
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar.
I did it! That's our Trigger!
He's a damn hero.
No doubt. You're better than me.
Where's Strider 2? Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly under the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars in our galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock, we are forever grateful. The universe lies ahead of us, waiting to be discovered. And now, at last, we have a gateway to ascend to it, over and over again.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad. Refugees built a settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yuktovania airdropped some supplies for them again today. Thanks to the princess, the whole world was pitching in to help these people. Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect gig for that anarchist dude. But since he's dead now, the job went to the guy from Belka, George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us too.
I never wanted to create anything, and now here I am, clinging to life. Watching as my grandchildren and their generation make a new future for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. Dark blue, to the heavens and beyond.
Can you hear me?
Tu te souviens de nos fleurs préférées qui chantaient tout près de nous, du jour de ta déclaration d'amour, les mains pleines de pensées, plus même dans ton dos pleura, et plus tu as pleuré dans mes bras. Et un moment de silence, puis pouffez-nous tous les deux. Je n'ai pas oublié, les pensées nous
Is everyone here?
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar sight's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a homecoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great, but it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Locked. Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart. I've got you now. Firing!
Missile closing, evading. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I call that mission accomplished. First one at Harbor Bridge. Empty from the hangars and runways.
Missile away.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
missile.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Damn, I'm spiked.
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Custer Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify it.
We know